Life is tough. It just is. I am 42. I've lived a lifetime of experiences, a lot of things that I don't want to relive. And I think the purpose of this channel is maybe a little bit of a journal to walk through a lot of the mistakes that I've made, processing it myself. But hopefully, it'll inspire you guys not to do a lot of the same stuff that I've done. And I got a lot to talk about. I've been through one divorce. I'm going through a separation right now. I've gone through a DUI. I've suffered through addiction. I got a professional degree. I've had businesses. I got 4 kids. I don't have any savings right now. And looking at all that, there's a lot of things, even going through school and basically getting a 4.0 through 8 years of school. It doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes. And that's exactly where I am. I've made a lot of mistakes, and like I said, 42 years old, and I'm just trying to come back, trying to find happiness, suffering through depression, looking at my life choices, ending up living my life away from my family in a studio apartment. Just stupid stuff. And that's what this channel is about. I'm starting a blank slate, trying to fix the wrongs of my past the best that I can. If I've done anything right in the last year, I've gone through 2 things. I've gone through, and I used to be a problem drinker, and I haven't drank in about 11 months. So I'm working on my sobriety, so I'm getting that right. Also, in the last 6 or 7 months, I've dropped 6, 7, right? I've dropped a little bit over 70 pounds, and going from about 292.3 pounds down below 220 pounds. I've done those 2 big changes in the last year, and I'm making small changes, but things are beginning to click. And for the last decade of my life, things haven't clicked. I've just made mistake upon mistake upon mistake. And in this channel, I really want to talk about what am I doing right? Because I'm finally getting a little bit of traction. Like I said, addiction is a tough thing to get through, and I'm working through that. And I'm finally making exercise a priority. I'm beginning to eat right. I'm on a path to lose over 100 pounds and eventually get fit. And I got a lot of things I need to work on, like saving for the future, working on my family relationships, talking about career mistakes and going into a career that wasn't for me, and starting businesses that weren't the right things, just mistake upon mistake upon mistake. And had I had the right guidance, the right person talking into my ear, maybe I could have made some different changes. That's exactly what I'm trying to do at this point in my life. I'm trying to make the right things happen at a later stage, and along the way, if we can make sure that hopefully you don't make the same mistakes, because that's where I'm going. So this channel, I want to go through and start over with everything. I want to talk about everything. And life is tough. Making bad choices doesn't make it easier. I got mental health issues as well, depression as well, making mistakes. That sucks, but I'm beginning to make some positive changes. I'm doing the best that I've done in a long time, but I got so much further to go. So this channel is a breakdown of different topics, things that I'm working through, things that I'm finally getting a grasp of, things that I'm beginning to address. And over time, I think good things can happen. Like I said, if I can begin to work on addiction and weight loss, that's a big thing. And now I can work on mental health, I can work on family, I can work on financial stuff in the future. There's a lot of things I can do. So if you're looking for somebody who's looking to find their place in life, who hasn't yet found it, but is striving, somebody that wants to change, somebody that's looking for a better life and a better outcome, this is going to be the channel for you. This is Blank Slate, and we can all change. We can all look for something better. And one of the best things that I've learned is we can all learn from each other. And if I can point you in the right direction on a variety of topics, that's what this is all about. I want everybody to go through, make friends, treat your family right, treat your partner right. I want you to go through and job shadow and go to the right school and get the right career, be in a business that you want to be in. I want you to live a life without addiction. I want you to go through and live your best life possible. And it's possible. And that's what this is about. So if you're looking for somebody who's been through a lot and somebody that just has a wealth of information to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your major topics are, the things that you're working through. Like I said, those are just a couple, handful off the top of my head, and I just have so much to talk about. And I think that's the majority of people. We all have things that we need to work on, that we're working through. Life is tough. I look out the window, there's a blizzard going on and it's snowing outside, and sometimes that's what life is. It's just coming down. It's tough. And there's not always a lot of answers. But we're all in this together. We can all learn. We can all make changes. And one small step in front of the other, that's all it takes sometimes in order to do something right. So that's what this channel, Blank Slate, is about. It's about looking over the past, having the hindsight to realize you've made mistakes, realize that it's the decisions that I've made in my life that have put me in my decision. It can't be in the place of coming from woe is me or why is all this happening, because the majority of the bad in my life has come from the bad decisions that I made, that I put upon myself. And a lot of it is just taking ownership, realizing that, dude, you suck sometimes. You made a lot of mistakes. You put family members and friends through, things that they just didn't deserve. And I want to change things. I want to try to make amends. I want to, hopefully in another year or two from now, my life is completely different. And I hope maybe that's what you're looking for yourself, that there is some hope. On Animal Crossing, I started an island, and for the last couple of years, it was called Hopeless. Things are beginning to change. So I want to turn that hopeless into hope, and I want that for you. So find out what's possible here on Blank Slate. Let me know what you're going through, and let's work through it together.